Hello everyone and welcome to this next installment of the last example from section 3 of chapter 2 of the free ebook called Midgame, Basic Midgame Tactics that is available on the World Xiangqi Federation website. The URL is given below. Now this example is a little bit flawed, but there are still lessons to be learned. So this was the initial position given. As can be seen, black would be up one pawn. Both have one chariot and one cannons and two advisors. But black would have the extra pawn, which could tilt the advantage to black's favor. However, it would be red's turn to move. Before we begin, let us see what was given in the book before we discuss on why the position was flawed. So, red will start with r1 equals to 5 for a check. The black king cannot move, as the red king had already commanded this with file. So the only a4 plus 5 would be the correct move to play. If a4 minus 5 were played, red will now be threatening to checkmate, and this would be an unresolvable checkmate for black. Yeah, because there will be nothing that black can do to prevent c8 plus 3 for the smothered cannon checkmate. So that is why only a4 plus 5 can be played. So if red will continue with c1 equals to 5 for a check, forcing in the book a5 minus 6 was played. There was a command that k5 equals to 4 was not advisable. However, it would seem to be a blunder in this situation. Anyway, let us continue with what the main variation or what the book had to say. Red will continue c5 equals to 8. The main idea was this would be a discover check, and using the red cannon as a piece, the main idea was to block the black cannon so that it had only one file to move. So black would continue with a6 plus 5, and black would not only capture the black pawn and also capture the red chariot, black cannon, sorry. Now, if this position were reached, red would have a winning position because the presence of the advisors would mean that the resulting endgame situation would be a book win situation for red. So, for example, if black tried to, red would simply capture it. Let's say black tried to pin the pieces. Red could simply deliver a check and move his cannon to safety. So red will still have a playable game, and it will eventually win. However, although the lesson to be taught was this important move of moving the cannon to block the black cannon and thus capturing material, this position was flawed, as I mentioned earlier. So where was it flawed? Okay, see, c1 equals to 5 was okay. Check. And because of the possibility of c5 equals to 8, actually the sound move in this case would be k5 equals to 4. Now in the original book, it was given that red will continue to play capture the pawn, threatening to capture the black elephant. Black would deliver a check, and black would move the cannon to safety. Red would deliver a check. Now this is a very important intermediate move, forcing the king to the third rank, whereby if the cannon moved, the red cannon could have a possibility of c5 equals to 6 for a smothered cannon checkmate. So this would be what red intended. However, the position is flawed because black could save himself with a check, forcing the advisor out, and because the check has been played, black could now move an advisor with, and the threat of the smothered cannon checkmate would be no more. So in this situation, it would be a draw. So that is why when I ran through when I was analyzing this position and running it through my computer, I found that this was a flawed example. But nevertheless, it would be a good idea to master the this possible tactical combination.